State representatives sent a slew of bills to the Senate sat on Wednesday following a lengthy session. NBC4 State House reporter Natalie Fahmy shows us what some of these pieces of legislation are and what some possible next steps could be.
The House passed 10 bills, and while some had overwhelming bipartisan support, others were divided along party lines. 3.5 hours of lawmakers making their cases for and against different pieces of legislation.
Imagine the heartache and tragedy that will ensue if we actually pass this bill.
And my urge to the Senate and to the governor is to move this through in its full term.
One of those bills is House Bill 68, which in part would ban gender-affirming care for minors. All Republicans but 2 voted for it, a day after a federal judge ruled similar legislation unconstitutional in Arkansas.
We have it legally tight, and we've done it in a way that will survive legal scrutiny.
The bill sponsor, Representative Gary Click, says puberty blockers are at the center of the legislation that would also ban reassignment surgery for minors. The federal judge in Arkansas said that prohibition violates the equal protection rights of transgender youth and families. Democrats already looking ahead to the bill's possible passage and legal battle in Ohio.
I believe and hope that we would have the same outcome should the legislature put something like this into effect.
I don't think it's going to, what one judge on the federal bench in Arkansas thinks is going to affect what the Ohio General Assembly does.
As the bill heads across the chamber, Senate President Matt Huffman says they will likely consider the bill in the fall. I asked him whether there was support in his caucus for the legislation.
We need to have some sort of process in the Senate before I really could in a coherent way say answer a yes or no.
The same bill that bans gender-affirming care for minors also bans transgender athletes from participating on a team that aligns with their gender identity. Huffman says his caucus likely supports that portion of the legislation. Local 3 at the State House, I'm Natalie Fahmy, NBC4.